Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to get started pretty soon. I just wanted to let you guys know we are still waiting for our bylaws to be approved. So we'll just keep doing it the way we've been doing it. I also want to remind all the commissioners to unmute yourself and state your name when you are speaking. And for voting on any measure or action today, we will be using the voting touchscreen. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call to order the August 19th, 2025 Senior Citizen Commission meeting at 2 o'clock p.m. Can we do roll call?
Yes. Let the record show all commissioners are present except Commissioner Stern, who is absent.
Okay. Commissioner Angel, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. Today we have a guest speaker, Shirley Twiddell, who is a volunteer with the Frosted Faces Foundation, a nonprofit organization delivering promise of family and veterinary care for senior pets. Welcome, Shirley. Come on up.
Well, hello to everyone. I'm so excited to be here to tell you about this wonderful organization that I volunteer with and do various things with, and some of you already know about it, and some of you don't. So you'll notice our motto is "To love is to act." That was written by Victor Hugo, a humorist and novelist, and the whole thing is, if you love dogs, then we're supposed to do something about it. So anyway, you can go to the next slide. Anyway, this is what I'm going to try to cover in 15 minutes today, which may be difficult. But I want to tell you a little bit about how it started. And then I have a great video that was actually shown on TV a few times, Channel 7, I think. And then want to tell you some of the numbers that we have, and then mainly how you can help, and after the video, see if you have any questions. And I have a lot of pictures of adoptable dogs, but I don't know if we'll have time for that today. So anyway, what's interesting is Kelly and Andy Schmiesek, I always pronounce it wrong. Kelly and Andy Schmiesek were living, I think, down in the beach area somewhere, and Kelly was working for another shelter, and Andy was working in high tech somewhere. So what happened is she realized that several older dogs were never getting adopted, and they were going to be euthanized. So she kept bringing them home, especially pit bulls. She has a real love of pit bulls, and many people are so afraid of them, but it's the owners, not the dogs, that are the problem. But so she ended up, I think, with 5 or 6 in the house. And the first time she called her husband and said, "But they're going to be killed if we don't take them in." And she was sobbing, and he said, "We can't do it. We're in an apartment." But she called again, sobbing some more. So he gave in and said, "Okay." So she brought them home. Pretty soon she had 6. Then she developed a network of people who would take the dogs that were going to be euthanized. Well, they decided that wasn't working well, so they left there and they bought a ranch-type place up in Ramona, California, which is where they are. So, and they turned the house that was a live-in house, half the house into a rescue for dogs, and set up several play yards. And that's how it all began. So rather than talk to you, I'm just so impressed with this young couple. When they first went there, they were living in a tent like this, believe me. But now it's got 7 yards and a whole lot. So let's watch the video. Then I'll tell you about some of the successes and how you can help. And we'll move on, okay? So hit the video when you can. There it is.
Faces Foundation is an organization that advocates for senior animals and their families. We primarily exit pets from the open admission shelter system here in Southern California. These are pets that are not deemed adoptable by the shelter system. They don't have the resources to take care of their medical or behavioral needs.
We focus on rescuing senior pets because in the public shelter system, the seniors are often overlooked. They often have medical issues and are considered less adoptable. So when the shelters have limited space and they have to choose to euthanize dogs for space, the seniors are often the ones that are chosen for euthanasia.
The first thing when you tell people, oh, it's a senior dog rescue, and while people want to learn a little bit more about it, everyone knows that having a senior animal comes with additional pet care, vet care, and medication. And then when you tell them that the biggest part of being part of Frosted Faces, if you adopt, is the free vet care.
As we mentioned, a lot of the medical care is taken care of by Frosted Faces, which when you're talking about a senior dog, it can be a big financial liability, which can understandably put people off adoption, but we're here to help with that. And Frosted Faces has a really good network of enthusiastic volunteers that help with the process of managing a dog post-adoption.
There are a number of programs they use to kind of support the adoption process. One of them is open house. They have open house every Saturday and Sunday. You can come see the dogs, come check out if they're a good fit. You can even bring your own pets if you have them to kind of see if the pets get along.
One thing that I really love about their program is that they have a big focus on saving hospice dogs or dogs that require a little extra need in their care. Caring for sick dogs, especially kind of nearing the end of life, is a big financial burden, and I would not be able to do the things that I've done with the hospice dogs. I've rescued 4 hospice dogs without their assistance, both financially and emotionally.
When we first started Frosted Faces Foundation as newlyweds, we just wanted to save all the shelter pets. And through this journey, we've realized that we need to create innovative programs to help people keep and plan for their pets and get to the root of the problem. So over the last 10 years, we've created the Safety Net Boarding Program, where people can board their pets for free while they're getting rehabilitation or medical care. We also have the Final Wish program, where people can write us into their wills and have us take care of their pets when they pass away. Our goal is to inspire and embrace as many people as possible who want to help. So some of the programs we've developed are the Molly and Me Project, where there's a financial incentive. It's a monthly stipend for people to take our less socialized dogs home. We have a Frosted Fling program, where people can take a dog home for just 2 weeks and help give them the comfort of a home environment. And we have a Seniors for Seniors program, which is where we place a senior pet with a senior person, and there's a liaison that facilitates driving them back and forth to vet appointments, filling medication, and coordinating boarding. Boarding is free for our Seniors for Seniors program as well.
So when I had my heart attack, I lived alone. There was, when I'm actually, the ambulance is there, my worry was all I could say is, what am I gonna do with my dogs? What am I gonna do with them? You know, it's a big ask to ask somebody to take your dogs. My daughter found Frosted Faces and they were able to come here. I mean, it took a big worry off of me. I mean, a big worry.
The Final Wish program is for people who either anticipate that they're not going to live much longer, or that they're going into a facility to where they can't take the dogs with them. And it gives people an option of where to leave their dogs when they know that their time is limited or they're unable to take care of them anymore.
They have a application online, and I was able to fill that out, and within 24 hours, Andrew contacted me to ask me more questions about the care that Chili needed, and they suggested checking out a lower cost hospital, which helped with the care on that end. And they also provided funding that I needed to help pay for Chili's dental work.
So with the community that's built around Frosted Faces Foundation, we really are able to accomplish so much more than any one of us could do individually. And for that, we're just so grateful. It's all those people collectively that make Frosted Faces what it is and what it's become. And we're really looking forward to everything that we might be able to accomplish in the future too.
Well, first and foremost, it's very rewarding when we know that a lot of the dogs that we're treating and taking care of would have otherwise been euthanized. So it's a very rewarding job from that perspective, both for me and the rest of the veterinary staff and veterinary technicians, and obviously the kennel managers as well.
Everyone really comes together through their love of dogs, and it's just amazing to see just how much a community can accomplish when they come together for one common goal, which is to save both senior dogs and cats.
Kelly and Andy inspire me so much for how strong they are in doing this kind of work. It's hard work, it can be really heartbreaking work, but it's also incredibly rewarding to see them literally saving lives. It's incredible.
For me, the rescue, it has been extremely gratifying. When you come in, you can see how appreciative they are that they have volunteers here. And just being a part of that community, that's, to me, it's fulfilling, and I want to continue doing it for as long as I can.
Caring.
Kind.
Amazing.
Being involved in this organization makes me feel just incredible. I've made so many really good friends from volunteering here, but overall it just makes me feel like a part of something bigger and doing something good for both the community and for animals.
Trying to make a difference in animal welfare can be very lonely and overwhelming, and we are very lucky to be part of Frosted Faces Foundation, where we can be part of something bigger than ourselves, where we can lean on each other, the volunteers. One of our mottos here is to love is to act, and we're very lucky to be around so many people who want to help and feel safe to come here for help and put their love into action.
And that's an introduction to Frosted Faces, and just so you know, they have 7 yards, and there are 2 yards that are for what we call the littles, and then there are 5 yards for what we call the bigs. And the littles go out all day. They're not in a kennel all day like in some rescues, because they have the yards for them. And if it's big dogs that don't get along with other big dogs, or even a little, they have separate little areas where they'll put them too, so they can. And so if we look at the numbers, I mean, we've helped. They take the van and they go around and they pick up dogs that would be euthanized or are very ill, and the public areas don't have the resources to take care of them. That's why you heard the word hospice dogs. I mean, I'd hate to think of the terms that if I was a hospice person, they'd just euthanize me, although sometimes I wonder. But anyway, they've helped 42 shelters. They've had 203 foster fails. As she mentioned in the video, you can take a dog for 2 weeks. You can foster the dog as long as you want to foster the dog, but many of them become foster fails. I took in a blind dog recently, and I was going to do, because I have 3 dogs, one just passed, and I was going to take in, I promised my husband, no, that 3 is enough, I don't need a 4th one again. Well, I went up there and volunteered, and there was a little dog trying to get out of the fence, and I said, what's the matter with that dog? And I saw online, too, where they said that the dog was kennel stressed, needed to find a home sooner than later, and I brought her home. I tried to foster her for a couple weeks and bring her back, but my husband and I said, she mapped the house, mapped the yard. We couldn't do that to her again, so I'm one of the frosted fails. So there were 203, and so if you look at the numbers, this was just 2014, and we're higher this year. It was 3,440 in 2014, and we rescued 574 that were actually rescued, and so that would have been euthanized. And so there were so many programs up there, and we have a website. We're a 501c, so you can go to the next one. And so we ask people to get involved as much as they can. One of the best ways is to volunteer on site, but they have other volunteer jobs too. For instance, one of my jobs is I call people who have donated, and there were about 3 or 4 of us, to say thank you. And then I just took on the job where a lot of people don't know the web well, and so they call. And so now we've got somebody calling back to them, and they have so many calls a day, I can't keep up. But I think there are 4 or 5 of us now that we look at and we call them back, and we let the others know we've called. And sometimes it's heartbreaking because you can't take in every dog. And of course, the big thing is donations. We're a 501c. We operate on donations. And when Kelly started, she wrote a grant, and she continues to write grants, and we have some other people that volunteer to write grants, and that helps. One of the big problems we have, I mean, there are some people, you know, who can't or aren't able to, or because of their circumstances don't want to adopt dogs. So you can become a fan. And what a fan is, it's a donation of $25 a month. You can sign up for a particular dog. I have 2 of those that I couldn't bring home, that I wanted to bring home, and it's $25 a month. And I keep in touch with the person. You don't have to, but I keep in touch with the person to see how the dog's doing. One passed, so I picked up another one. Another thing you can do is you can take dogs on outings. And what we mean by an outing, you can just go up for an afternoon and say, which dog needs a walk? And you can go to the park, you can take them for lunch, you can take them on a hike, and so forth. And you can sign up to be a senior liaison, which if somebody in Encinitas can't drive but needs a companion, you could sign up to be the liaison, which you would be responsible for helping the person get the dog to on-site vet, because the on-site vet is free, mostly for big expenses, and they ask you to get in touch with a regular vet in case they can't fit them in at a particular time. So we do that, but the liaison picks up meds, takes them up, or asks someone else to help if that's necessary. And another thing you can do is participate in a lot of community events. In fact, I think I couldn't do it, but there were people in Encinitas, I think a few weeks ago somewhere, and I saw the event, and I don't know exactly where it was. So there are a lot of events. So go to the next slide, I don't remember. Okay, so in summary, before I open for questions, their whole goal is to save the life of every dog or cat that's treatable or homeless, and keep establishing innovative programs so that we can help. And the main thing is to keep a dog with their owner, but sometimes that's not possible. So we want to increase senior pet adoptions and owner retention. When we say senior pets, when they rescue, it's usually 8 and up, but I'll tell you what, they've so many slipped through the cracks that were 5, 6, 7 years old. Perfectly good dogs. I have a 14-year-old little Maltese that is not on one medicine, and she is just a cutie patootie, and she's 14, and now she rules the house, so with the 4 dogs. So I have 3 seniors, and I have one 5-year-old because a friend of mine had to go to a nursing home and couldn't take the dog. So I took the dog. So now we're up to 4, and then my daughter drops her senior dog off at my house for doggy daycare, so during the day it's 5, and the neighbor's dog digs under the fence and comes visit, and even comes in the house. So what can you do? So what questions do you have? This is where it's located, in Ramona.
This is Commissioner Hanwett, and I just want to thank you, Shirley, for this very touching overview of Frosted Faces. And I'm on my 3rd Frosted Face, and I really believe that it's like belonging to a family. I mean, you couldn't ask for more support, kindness. Everybody loves every dog. And the other thing, too, that I think is worth mentioning is, you know, when we live in Encinitas, Ramona seems far away. And my current dog and the last one that I had were both on meds. And to drive all the way up to Ramona to pick up meds just would have been more than I wanted to do. But I just put a request on Facebook, and I say, I live in Encinitas. Is anybody going up to Ramona sometime in the next week? Could they pick up meds, and I'll meet you wherever you are in North County? And within an hour, people have started to write back and say, I'm going to be up there, you know, where do you want to meet? Carlsbad, whatever. So it's fun to spread the word. It's quite the place.
Thank you for that. And what she's showing you now is just some of the adoptable dogs. They often have between 50, 60 dogs, and think about it. If you rescue one dog, you're really saving two, because you open up a kennel, and that enables them to go and get another dog or two or three. So they have a van that they go around to the shelters, and they have good relationship with them. They'll often call them and say, we have these sweet dogs that are going to be euthanized if you cannot take them, and they are, you know, XYZ. And so that happens. Any other comments or questions? Sometimes people don't know what to ask. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say thank you, Shirley, for coming out and talking to us and showing us this great presentation.
Thank you. All right. I'll let you go on with your, oh, I have some brochures that you can share with others too, if you'd like.
Okay, just bring them over to Jane.
Hand them to me and I'll pass them around.
Anybody in the audience have questions?
I think you have customers in
I
the audience today.
wanted to say too, then, and I'm sorry, it's probably my time to go, but you can go to open house any Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 1. If any of you are hikers, you can go on hikes every Sunday morning at 8 in the morning, and on Facebook, they always put where they're going to be, and you just meet them there. So there are just too much to talk about, and I didn't want to wear my hat today.
Thank you again, Shirley. You're welcome. Okay, that brings us to agenda item 5, oral communications. I see Renee over there from the Encinitas Library. Do we have any other speakers?
For oral communications today, we just have one speaker. Renee Hansen, the Adult Services Librarian from the Encinitas Library, is here to speak about library services. As a reminder, you have 3 minutes to address the commission.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Renee Hansen from the library and haven't been in a couple months, so I just wanted to remind everybody of some of the very basic services we have at the library. First of all, we're open every day, even Sunday. We do have a library kiosk that's located on El Camino Real and Garden View, and the kiosk is open 24/7, and it's stocked with hundreds of great books and movies, and you just need your library card to take advantage of that. Also, we have many resources on our website that are available 24/7. For instance, we have Libby, which is ebooks and audiobooks. Thousands of ebooks and audiobooks available 24/7. Again, you just need your library card. A couple of other online resources is Press Reader for reading newspapers, Morningstar for doing research on your stocks and mutual funds, and lastly, Udemy, which has many instructional videos, about 4,000 on there. Our branch has been extremely busy this summer. Just last week, we had 5,009 people come through the door for that week, which is pretty high. We're usually in like the mid 4,000s. We've nearly doubled the amount of citizens who participated in our summer reading program this year. So nearly doubled from last year. And of course, the summer reading program is for all ages, but it's especially great for children who have that summer slide. And it's been documented that children who participate in a summer reading program at their library will have less summer slide than children who don't. And that's all I wanted to mention today. Thank you for your time, everybody.
Thank you, Renee. Okay, that brings us to agenda item 6, changes to the agenda. Are there any changes to today's agenda?
There are no changes to the posted agenda.
Thank you. Agenda item 7, approval of the minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve the June 17th, 2025 regular meeting minutes?
Commissioner Gaber, so moved.
Okay, Commissioner Gaber makes the motion. Do I hear a second?
Commissioner Hanwett, I second the motion.
Commissioner Hanwett seconds the motion. So let's go to touchscreen voting to approve the minutes. And reminder that Commissioner Angel will abstain since she was not present for that last meeting.
Let the record show that the motion passes with all commissioners voting yes, except Commissioner Angel, who abstained, and Commissioner Stern, who is absent.
Okay, that brings us to agenda item 8, action items, and we will go over our work plan line by line and give us updates for each one. So we'll start with work plan item 1, attend city-hosted events and programs and city-partnered events serving as city ambassadors or volunteers. And keep in mind, since our last meeting was in June, you should be, it looks like we've got some details already filled in for July, but for the past couple of months.
This is Commissioner Martin. I attended 4 events. The e-waste event, which was up here in the parking lot, although I was, I think, the first in line, so I didn't really see the line until I left the library later on, and there was quite a few people there. It's great to be able to get rid of all those batteries. In August, I went to the concert at the library, and Commissioner Hansen and I went to the Moonlight Beach concert, which was quite fun. I do recommend that there's a possible idea of making money, and that is renting out umbrellas, because it was quite hot in the sun, and there was just this big pad of really hot sand, and I thought, wow, they could make money on just renting out umbrellas. It could have our name on it so that, you knew it was going. Just an idea. And then the final event was the community center art event, and that was probably one of my favorite, just because so many children went to the art events at the art center, and they were holding Grandma's hand and Grandpa's hand and walking in and seeing all of their art up there, and we're just so excited. Anyway, it was just a great time to be an Encinitas citizen. Thank you.
This is Commissioner Angel. I participated in the Dog Days of Summer, and again this year had the honor to be one of the judges, so that was a highlight of my year. I also did attend a few of the concerts at the library.
This is Commissioner Hanwett. As Commissioner Martin said, I joined her for the concert at Moonlight Beach. We were promoting age-friendly Encinitas, and we worked very hard to do that. And then again, with Commissioner Koblenz, we were at the Dog Days as well, doing the same thing. So they were a great experience, especially Dog Days. Boy, is that fun.
Commissioner Gaber.
Nope.
At the Senior Center, there was a federal event at the town hall. Oh, sorry, thank you. Commissioner Gaber, at the Senior Center, there was a federal event. There was a town hall for our Congress member, and it just underlined what a resource that Senior Center is for the community. And it went very well, except there was a little problem with dissent, and our sheriffs handled it very well.
This is Manager Goodsell. Just mark your calendars as a reminder for the last summer Moonlight Beach concert that's happening on August 24th from 3 to 5. We're going to have the Style Tones at the beach, and they are a high-energy funk and soul band. And then there will also be an opening act at Moonlight Beach from 1 to 2 with the Bach to Rock Music School.
This is Commissioner Ling. As usual, I've been doing my volunteer work at the Senior Center, a tutor at the computer lab, and also greeting people coming into the Oakcrest Cafe for senior lunch. The summer has been kind of interesting because, as you may know, the banquet hall and the kitchen were closed for repairs. So staff turned lemons into lemonade, and we've been having our lunches outdoors in the patio area. And it kind of feels like a very resorty type of setting. So I think everyone's done a really great job with that. And On the other hand, we're looking forward to having hot meals again and being back in the banquet hall, but hopefully that's going to be pretty soon.
Commissioner Koblenz, I joined a lot of my fellow council members. I've been spending a little bit of time over at the Oak Crest Cafe and just kind of observing and having wonderful conversations. And yes, the staff has definitely stepped up, and I think it's fair to say that they will be happy to get back in when they can. So the comment is soon. I was at Dog Days, thank you, with Commissioner Hanwick. I also had a wonderful opportunity to do the Sheriff's Night Out, which is always interesting. Spending a lot of time with Age Friendly and EcoFest, and I've been spending quite a bit of time actually at the Wednesday council meetings, because it's such a wonderful place to get a feeling as to what the community is interested in, what they want to see changed and what they want to do. So it's a learning experience for me. And let's see, I think that's all I have. But again, I want to say thank you to the staff at Oak Crest. Behind the counter too, they've been incredible. I think we owe a lot of our success to the push on that. So thank you.
Okay, that brings us to work plan item 2. Identify guest speakers for monthly meetings to provide education regarding topics related to the work plan goals and adults 50+, and find platforms to disseminate the information to adults 50+. And it looks like our calendar is booked all through January. We've got an opening in February. So there's an opportunity.
Commissioner Koblenz, here we go again. A CRC has established an elder abuse and care program, and they are willing to come speak to us. I just got the yes, tell me more. So maybe we can do that in February?
This is Manager Gutzel. I will contact the CRC and see if we can get a speaker to come out and present.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Gaber, the county has a program that...
Your microphone.
Green is good, huh? Commissioner Gaber, the county has a complementary program with that. It's a, I think, Live Well program, and it's run out of the county district attorney's office that deals with elder abuse, domestic abuse, and it's kind of a one-stop service for both elders and children. And I'm wondering if it makes sense to kind of piggyback that so there's a continuum of social care. And it's okay if we don't do that, but no one, I talk to a lot of people, and our citizens are not aware of that service. Yeah.
Okay. Work plan item 3. Research best practices as it relates to adults 50+ issues and identify senior resource gaps. Send letters of support to City Council and commissions and follow up as needed. Any updates or requests?
Commissioner Martin, we were just talking about the City Council, and one of the elephants in the room might have been the fact that there is a lot of people very, very interested in creating safe streets. And I guess a lot of the discussion at the City Council meeting didn't really happen because it didn't get on the agenda for the second month in a row. So I just wanted to make sure that we get some kind of support of saying, yes, we're definitely there, because I did see over my one-on-ones at the concert at the library, a lot of seniors that said, what are we doing about our safety?
Commissioner Gaber, I'm wondering if you could help me define a little bit about the Safe Streets program, just briefly. I'm not familiar with it.
I haven't been to the City Council, so I don't really know, other than we had a death of a child. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I actually hear about that death probably almost every day. So there is quite a bit of concern.
Commissioner Koblenz, Commissioner Gaber, I might suggest, because I had the opportunity to go to Traffic and Mobility Commission, I think it might be a really good place to get more information. They most likely, and please correct me if I'm wrong, will be the people that will take the information to the City Council for action. Yes, I was there also, so I think that's probably maybe the best thing that we could do as a commission is get more familiar with it.
And this
Thank
is
you.
Commissioner Hanwood, and I just want to add that it'll be interesting when we get the results of the age-friendly survey, and we'll get input from the folks in the city about how they feel about safe streets and transportation, and that's information that will eventually end up at City Council as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
This is Commissioner Angel. I am on the Encinitas Bike Walk Committee, and that enables me to have a little bit more insight as far as advocacy with regards to all citizens, including the seniors that live in our community. So that again, there is an advocacy group within our city.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Work plan item 4, create new and sustain ongoing intergenerational programming in collaboration with the Encinitas Youth Commission with emphasis on generativity and community building. So the ad hoc group met just recently. Our goal was to come up with a short list of ideas to recommend to the Youth Commission as they were creating their work plan. So I'll summarize in a document. I'll pass it along to Manager Goodsell and Manager Camarena to share. Any other comments on that?
Commissioner Koblenz, Commissioner Lang, when do they meet?
So they have a
Their next
preliminary meeting, which is just coming up, I think, in a couple of days. And then their first official meeting is in September.
Thank you.
And their calendar, their schedule is based on the school year, not our fiscal year. So we have to adjust. So in the past, and I think the reason why we're doing this early is in the past, we waited until their work plan was done. And by then, we're already at the end of the calendar year and not really able to start anything until beginning of the following year. So we thought we'd get the jump on that this year. Work plan item 5, support staff in promotion, marketing, and outreach for programs for adults 50 plus, including the Encinitas Age-Friendly Initiative. Updates.
Commissioner Koblenz, yes, I've been busy, and it's been exciting sharing with my network and such. And I also am very excited to see the survey results, to see where I've heard several items that we would like to address. Again, I think we're still looking at transportation. We're looking at health. We're looking at education. It is a learning experience, and I'm most excited about having the in-person workshops. And I'm doing everything I can to get as many people registered for those so that we can hear more.
So along those lines, and I probably should have mentioned that in the previous one of the things we wanted to suggest to the Youth Commission is for some of the youth commissioners to also attend the listening sessions. It's not just, again, it's age-friendly means age-friendly for everybody, not just for our senior citizens. So that was going to be one of our recommendations as well.
Commissioner Martin, could I ask a question?
Sure.
On that basis of what you both discussed, thank you for that, is there any way that we could sort of use our very successful marketing campaign for the survey to also then remarket the sessions?
Absolutely. So this is Manager Goodsell. We have new flyers and large posters that are out and available with the dates of the listening sessions, and we are using all the same tactics to market and promote those sessions. And I just wanted to report out that There was 1,167 completed surveys, which is absolutely outstanding. You all did such a fantastic, amazing job, and I really commend you for all your efforts with the outreach and marketing and promotion of the surveys. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so this is a nice segue into, oh, go ahead.
This is Commissioner Hanwett. I'm wondering if we can get any information about how many people have signed up for the listening sessions.
Let's see. So as of today, this is Manager Goodsell, we have 41 people signed up for the September 30th session at the community center. We have 9 people signed up for the Liebenhain Town Hall on October 8th. 28 signed up for the Encinitas Library on October 14th, and 13 signed up for Fox Point Farms on October 21st.
Okay. All right, let's go to work plan item 6, which again, I'm trying to segue into. Work in cooperation with staff and SDSU consultants to support the City of Encinitas Age-Friendly Initiative. And I believe Manager Goodsell or Manager Hamer has some updates for us on that.
Okay, so I do have some data that was provided to us by SDSU, our consultants. So like I mentioned, there was 1,167 surveys completed. We discovered so far that 16% of the survey results came from residents of Cardiff by the Sea community, 18% from Leucadia, 5% from Liebenhain, 22% from Old Encinitas, 30% from New Encinitas, and 9% other. As far as age goes, 10% of the people that responded were under 50, 13% were 50 to 59 years of age, 30% were 60 to 69 years of age, 35% were 70 to 79 years of age, 11% 80 to 89 years, and just 1% over 90. Let's see, the gender, 73% of participants identify as female. And for the listening and learning sessions, the total number that have RSVP'd are 93 people.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions about age-friendly? We're good? Let's go to work plan item 7, explore grant funding opportunities based on community needs and survey results. No updates for today? Work plan item 8, continue.
Gaber, Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead.
I just got an email that the county has opened up a tremendous amount of money for all kinds of grants. And I was just wondering that, if I still have the email, could I forward it to someone?
Sure.
To make sure, because there's a ton of money out there. And I don't know if it's something that we can use, but there was a lot of grant topics there.
This is Commissioner Hanwett, and the only thing I wonder about is if we can revisit the idea of getting some sort of shade for the exercise equipment in the back of the senior center. So we tried hard, but we never quite got there. And if there's a lot of money, might be worth another try.
This is Manager Goodsell. Please feel free to forward that email to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Graber. Work plan item 8, continue partnership with the Encinitas Rotary Club and explore other Encinitas Service Club collaborations to recognize or promote the Senior Citizen Service Award. Any updates?
This is Commissioner Angel. The ad hoc recently met, and we did discuss last year's cycle on the Senior Citizen Service Award. We talked about suggested changes and updates, and overall discussed best practices. And the ad hoc will be meeting with Manager Goodsell in September to move forward for this next cycle. We'll also be meeting with the representative from the Rotary as well in September.
Bless you. Okay, work plan item 9. So this is we're waiting for direction from City Council regarding what we should be doing with the general plan, including the climate action plan. Are we expecting anything from City Council yet?
This is Manager Goodsell. We don't have any direction at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Gaber is very much interested in participating in that work plan item.
Yes.
Just for the record.
We just don't know what it is yet.
It'll be interesting regardless.
I'd be happy to add your name to the ad hoc.
Okay. Let us move on to agenda item 9, informational items. Manager Goodsell, you have a senior center operations report for us?
I sure do. Thank you, Chairling. 542 senior meals and 181 one-way rides were provided in June. There were 654 non-nutrition participants registered for programs. 475 senior meals and 188 one-way rides were provided in July, and there were 638 non-nutrition participants registered. Mark your calendars for upcoming senior events and activities during the lunch program that include a Savor the Summer picnic on August 21st, Creative Corner with fall-colored drawings on August 28th, What's the Buzz on September 1st, a birthday celebration on September 5th, the televised Senior Commission educational presentation on September 9th, and bingo and stretch on September 11th. The Mingle series returns in September. That'll be on the 16th. We already have 21 people registered for the 1 p.m. program that's going to be making succulent pumpkin centerpieces. The Senior Center will be hosting an unbiased Medicare open enrollment presentation by HICAP, which is the county program, on Monday, September 8th at 10 a.m. You can learn how to compare plans, spot new benefits, and make informed choices, and in-person registration is required for that. Another one to mark your calendar for is the elder fraud presentation by an FBI special agent on Wednesday, October 15th at 10 a.m. That will be held at the Senior Center. You can learn to be more aware and report scams. Registration is required online. If you have your pens ready, it's at sdelderfraud.com. The other option is to go to the Encinitas Senior Center, and they can help you register in person. Our very own Dave Knopp, the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts, is hosting a poker party at the Encinitas Senior Center on September 9th from 1 to 4 p.m. We have 10 people registered already with a total of 18 spots available. It's free to play. You must be 50 plus. In-person registration is required. No instruction is provided, so you need to know how to play poker. Spectators are welcome, so if you want to just come and observe and watch and be part of the fun, you're more than welcome to. And we'd appreciate an RSVP for that as well. And there will be 2 $50 gift cards for the top winners. And that concludes my operations report.
Thank you, Manager
It's
Goodsell.
time for a question.
You can ask a question.
I just want to make sure, our summer trip, I think it was this summer, to the animal park was so successful, and I know we enjoyed it, as both of us attended. I was wondering if there's any future plans to have another foray into some part of our wonderful
There
area.
may be. I would love to offer another one. So as soon as I get word from the foundation, if they're opening that up to us again, we would be more than happy to participate and spread the word, and we'd love to have you join.
And take volunteers to help guide the group.
Absolutely.
Okay. Manager Hamer, you have some department updates for us.
Yes, welcome back from summer. Our fiscal year ended July 1st, and recreation participant totals increased 27% from 2024 to 2025, as well as net revenue increasing 38%. So that's always good news to know that we're growing with the Pacific View Art Center. I'm sure that has a big influence in that as well. The Explore Encinitas Fall Activity Guide was distributed on August 9th, with registration opening on Monday, August 11th. If you haven't received yours at your door, I brought some extra ones. And even if you want to put it in your car to pass it around in the community, whether it's your doctor's office or maybe a place where you go for appointments, we'd love to see these throughout Encinitas, beyond just people's homes and city places. Another important thing that happened, if you were not aware, is we hosted the sister city delegate. We had 6 students from Japan, as well as 2 chaperones from Tuesday, July 29th through August 4th. It was a lovely visit and a soiree of different activities, which included everything from them learning how to surf, skateboard, bike safety, all the different areas. At our next meeting, the supervisor and for special projects, Nicole White, she's going to come and attend and present regarding that. I don't know if I've told Christy that yet, but so our next senior commission meeting, she will be sharing some information about that as a project to share with you. I know that Christy already mentioned the Moonlight Beach concert. Also on September 2nd, the Holiday Parade participation applications open. So if you're interested in participating in the Holiday Parade, we know that some of our adults 50 plus that were following along last year, I believe they want to return. So September 2nd, we're going to make sure we get that in. The theme is still pending. We should have a theme by then, though, at that time. October 4th will be another art night. October 15th, I did make a note of it that it's the 14th or the 15th. I think the 15th is when City Council will be reviewing the bylaws. So we'll make sure to confirm that before it happens, but soon to happen. And our movie in the park, October 25th, that's a Saturday, and it's always a lot of fun. Many of you have volunteered at that and helped with it. It's a great time to be out and enjoy the community. I did want to mention real briefly, because you were talking about intergenerational programs, our IT department has reached out to us as Parks, Recreation, Cultural Arts, and since we oversee the Youth Commission and Senior Commission, they would really like some assistance or support with ideas on how to promote the My Encinitas app. And that could be anything from, I know we've done like techie tutors, but it might be a tech class, showing seniors how to load the My Encinitas app on their phones and how to navigate it. We have not discussed this with Youth Commission yet, but it could be a great additional project that you do together that's not just about tech, that also is My Encinitas specifically. IT said they would be even willing to put together like a PowerPoint presentation that we could show maybe during lunch, or again maybe on a weekend when the Youth Commission can be involved as well. So I just wanted to plant that seed. No ideas yet, but I know our IT department would be really grateful if we incorporated that somehow. And that is the end of my report.
Commissioner Ling, so with your last comment about the My Encinitas app, it seems like that would be a good thing for us, for any city events, to have a table and a banner that says, we'll show you how to use the app. And that could be staffed by youth commissioners and the tutors, for example, at the computer lab and senior center. So there's one idea.
I know they're open to all ideas, so they're all welcome. Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. Agenda item 10, commission member initiated agenda items. Requires consensus of 2 or more commissioners. Do we have any agenda items we would like to add for next time? No? That brings us to agenda item 12, commission reports, roundtable for all the commissioners. We'll start at the end of the dais, and I will ask, as always, you're always first. You don't have time to plan ahead. And ask if you have any announcements or reports to add. Commissioner Stern is not present, so we won't have to worry about him on teleconference. Okay.
Commissioner Martin, I just wanted to say, as far as our catalog, or what do you call it?
The guide?
Guide. I just thought it was so much more vibrant, and I don't know if maybe I had a cataract surgery somewhere along the lines, but it seems like the last pages that are related to seniors was so much more vibrant in the sense of letting me know everything that was happening and so it is new style, possibly.
I believe it's the same style. It's just, each time it's designed, it rolls out a different way. I actually thought overall that the guide was also really nice. So I think it's not your imagination. I mean, I do think it has a little more oomph. I think what happens is, like in summer, there's so much that has to be slower season and therefore more space, and so we're able to add more.
Well, you can certainly say that I noticed an improvement and loved it, so thank you.
We'll share that with Nicole White, who oversees that project. She'll appreciate that.
Commissioner Koblenz, I think I've said everything that I need. I'm wondering if it's possible to go back to what Commissioner Hanwick said about the sales for the equipment. If we might look at sharing some of that cost with maybe another commission, maybe, because I know the little kids aren't supposed to play on it during the summer, but I know they do. But overall, maybe we can offer to other commissions in a certain aspects of Parks and Recs, as maybe they want to share that with us. Just a thought.
Oh, this is Commissioner Hanway. I guess the first thing to find out is the kind of money that's available. I mean, it might be that there is enough funding that we will be able to just ask for it without having to include the complications of a partner. But yeah, it's a good idea to certainly
I think we
consider.
get a lot more people, a lot more seniors using it. Again, Chair Lambert and I are at Oakcrest quite a bit, and I think before or after it might be something that we had to just keep an eye on.
So this, Commissioner Ling, I think the way that we spin this is the larger the group that the grant money is fulfilling the needs of, the more likely we would get the larger grant amount. So in that respect, if we say it's not just for the seniors, but all the participants at the community center, maybe that'll help a little bit in the application. Worth a shot.
When we write the grant, we'll have to see what kind of questions are asked. But sometimes if you can target what they consider to be, we don't consider ourselves to be vulnerable, but if they consider the older population to be vulnerable, it might be more marketable. But I agree with you about numbers, and maybe we'll be able to draw more, advertise the fact that that exercise equipment is even out there to more people too. That could be part of the grant.
Commissioner Koblenz, do we have any idea what it might cost? We do?
Point of order, this is Manager Goodsell. We're on Commissioner's Corner right now, so we shouldn't be having the dialogue back and forth regarding the grant topic, but we can save that communication for next month when we go back to that work plan item when we get to it, or Commissioner Koblenz, you and I can have that conversation tomorrow if you'd like. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Gaber, I have participated in the honor of arranging a ceremony at Miramar for a World War II veteran who happens to be an Encinitas resident who passed. And one of the exemplary events of this person's career, he was adjacent to the flag raising at Iwo Jima. He was a Navy guy, so he sat on a ship. And I'm wondering, there will be a proclamation by another government for this person, and I'm wondering if we could somehow encourage or participate and do something, a proclamation to recognize this person's service. It was exemplary, and I have some bio information for you if you'd like. I mean, this fellow was the real deal. And I had the privilege of knowing him and heard many of his stories.
You're welcome to speak to the city council in regards to that as a private citizen.
With my district.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Another item I have to say is Commissioner Gaber again. I've been trying to spend more time downtown, and because we have a lovely downtown, thanks to our electeds and the staff. And there was 2 incidents that I was present and participated in, and it wasn't a happy one. Both involved e-bikes and skateboards, and there was one particular event where myself and my senior dog was there, and one e-bike came this way, and a skateboarder came the other way, and there was some danger both to the dog and myself. And there was another incident of a e-bike and both are on the sidewalk, really going excessive, and it could have looked like a bowling ball hitting the pins. And I'm wondering if somehow we might either write a letter of encouragement or informally encourage our lovely sheriff's department to do some sort of enforcement, whether it was education and saying, you can't ride on the sidewalk with an e-bike, especially during a busy weekend. So I leave that open. And I think that I'll save the rest for next time. But this was a really dangerous situation. And it wasn't just me that was impacted. So what can we do?
This is Commissioner Angel on 2 things. I also want to commend the city on a lovely guide. It's very user-friendly. I look forward to getting the guide each time in the mail. And that allows me to just know what's going on at a very easy glance. So that's number 1. I also love the My Encinitas app. I've used it before, and it's very user-friendly. It would be, I'd love to see that just some type of learning or education, which we talked about. And again, I'm just going to highlight the fact that I have been involved with the Encinitas Bike Walk Commission. That seems to be a hot topic these days of safety. And we advocate for multimodal transportation in a very safe way. So that's something that is near and dear to my heart. So that's where I'm at. Thank you.
This is Commissioner Hanwett. I just wanted to take a minute to talk about Village Encinitas, so it doesn't come up in our work plan. And we had reached an important milestone because we now have enough members who are from the city of Encinitas that we're no longer going to hold our monthly meetings at High Country Villas. High Country Villas is a lovely spot, but it's restricted. And the people from the city were not able to attend unless they came as a guest. So we have formed a non-religious alliance with the United Methodist Church, which has been so welcoming and warm. And they're allowing us to use their spaces for free. And we're going to have our first monthly meeting on September 8th. Unfortunately, I think it's at the same time as the Medicare presentation, but it will be on September 8th, open to anybody from the city that wants to go to it, members, non-members, with a speaker and information about the wonders of Village Encinitas.
This is Commissioner Angel. I forgot to mention one thing, that I actually have joined Village Encinitas, and I'm very excited about that and taking advantage of all of the offerings.
Okay. Well, I think with that, the August 19th, 2025 Senior Citizen Commission meeting is hereby adjourned at 3:03 p.m. Thank you, everybody.